Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video of Fox Flicks On Outside Xbox. Today we're looking at 7 more games that are secretly judging you the whole time you're playing. Let's hop in.
We spoke recently about games that are secretly judging you the whole time you're playing, by quietly keeping tabs on how many times you kill people, or look at a picture of your dead wife, or upset Keanu Reeves. I don't want to show that. Can we have a clip of him on a roller coaster instead? Thank you.
Good
But
enough.
it turns out that was just the tip of the judgy iceberg, and you folks had plenty of your own suggestions of games that were keeping tabs on your behaviour without you even knowing about it. Watch on for your suggestions and beware spoilers ahead for the following games.
Spoilers! Oh, GTA 5, Chrono Trigger, Hunting Ground, Prey, Metro 2033, Don't Starve, Silent Hill, Downfall. Oh, another Silent Hill.
These were the opportunities I had. At least I took them.
And where did these opportunities get you, Michael?
They got me right here. The end of the road. With a big house and a useless kid, and I'm stuck talking to you because no one else gives a shit. Oh, I'm living a dream, baby. And that dream is it is.
It's hard to imagine a game that seems less likely to cast a judgmental eye over your behaviour than Grand Theft Auto 5. After all, this is a game that starts with you robbing a bank, includes a mandatory torture sequence, and encourages, well, pretty much everything done by Trevor.
They were right. Hipsters are dead.
However, GTA absolutely takes note of everything you get up to while you're playing and has some pretty strong opinions about it too, as you'll find out at the very end of the game. Throughout Grand Theft Auto 5, you get to see Michael's sessions with his therapist, Dr. Isaiah Friedlander, where we learn more about Michael's violent impulses towards strangers.
Ever since I pulled this Mexican's house off a hill, it's been nothing but killing and robbing.
His friends.
I'm living in a trailer with my psycho old buddy Trevor. He keeps killing people, Doc. I mean, me too, but Christ, things are just really f***ed up again.
And if you see the sessions all the way through to the end, Dr. Friedlander.
Oh, really?
That's how you work through an issue.
Nice one, Michael. I think you've really made some progress here.
Come on.
But even though Dr. Friedlander does die in the course of the main story, it's not before he completes his psychiatric evaluation of you, the player, and if you want to see it, you'll need to finish the game and sit through the credits. Once the credits have finished rolling, you're presented with your evaluation, as determined by the late Dr. Friedlander. This concise sheet of paper contains notes on a lot of the things you've been up to throughout the game, from how you spent your money, how long it took you to complete the main story, how much time you spent with friends and strangers, and even how much of the terrible yoga minigame you did. The correct answer to that, of course, should be 0. Anything over that, and I'll be recommending immediate treatment.
Chrono Trigger is an amazing game, and I really freaking hope we can get it on the damn Nintendo Switch already.
That RPGs like the Super Nintendo's Chrono Trigger are pretty lawless places, on account of you can get away with killing and taking things that aren't yours, and also that haircut. However, it seems that the world of Chrono Trigger isn't quite the free-for-all it initially appears to be, as you'll discover at the very start of the game. As you wake up, the mother of your character, Chrono, tells you to behave yourself today, and you'd better take heed as you head into the town to explore, because you'd better believe that Chrono Trigger is keeping a close eye on what you get up to. As you wander through town, you'll find a bunch of things to do that are actually complex morality tests. For example, do you steal and eat a guy's sandwich? Help a girl reunite with her lost cat? Sell a lost pendant to a merchant? Chrono Trigger is taking careful note of everything you do because it's immediately after this sequence.
First of all, you know what? Never mind. And because here's what I would do. I'd give the guy the sandwich, I'd help the cat, and I would give the girl back her pendant. And that's just what I would naturally do. Anyone else, they probably would just do whatever the hell they want.
That you get arrested and hauled before a judge to answer a charge of kidnapping the king's daughter, a crime you obviously did not do.
However, your fate in the trial is mostly decided by your actions in the
No, I'm sorry, but that's actually sounds like detain him, and they all just dogpile on him.
town in the hours beforehand, because without knowing, you'll have garnered sympathy in the eyes of the jury by doing such heroic things as not eating that guy's lunch and bringing a girl her cat back.
Okay, good.
As with all trials, this
What do
can
you
go
mean
one
buying it?
of
That was
two
true.
ways. You can either mess it up to varying degrees and be found guilty, or nail it, fully win the jury over, and be found innocent. Regardless of what
Not
you've done,
guilty.
though, and
Yes.
whether you're found guilty or not guilty, the outcome is the same. You're thrown into solitary confinement to await execution.
Oh, come on.
Oh man, if I'd known, I'd have definitely eaten that guy's sandwich. I bet it was delicious.
Hunting ground. Huh. You know, I also don't know this game. Never heard of it till now.
Go now, and don't get caught this time.
Remember that bit in Resident Evil 4 where you free a dog from a trap and then later on it comes back and helps you during a boss fight?
Oh yeah, who doesn't? Hey, this is from the remake.
Haunting Ground for the PS2 is basically that, but an entire game. You play as Fiona, a young woman who wakes up after a car accident to find herself imprisoned in a spooky old castle.
Oh boy.
Soon enough, you're joined by the aforementioned dog, a white German shepherd called Huey, and you must team up to escape the castle, avoiding and occasionally fighting various twisted and menacing enemies along the way. Much like Resident Evil 4, where helping the
Like
dog
that eagle-looking man?
out of a bear trap leads to him saving you later on, how you treat the dog in Haunting Ground is very important, with the game tracking your relationship in the background and changing the game based on how well you and Huey like each other.
Good boy.
If you're a nice, normal dog lover who praises Huey when he does well, feeds him jerky, and doesn't let him get smashed to pieces by horrible monsters, then he'll obey your commands and attack enemies for you of his own volition, because he's a good boy
Nice.
who wants to protect his friend.
Huey.
Good Huey.
If, however, you, for some unfathomable reason, decide instead that you're going to yell at Huey, kick him, and God forbid feed him onions, then the game takes notice, and as punishment for your crimes, Huey will be slow to respond, have to be commanded to attack enemies, ignore other commands altogether, and, worst of all, you'll lock yourself into the game's worst ending, in which Fiona
Oh.
doesn't escape and instead gets locked in a big glass box, goes mad, and has the bad guy's baby.
Oh no.
So maybe be nice to the dog, I would.
Yeah, be
I
nice
know
to the
taste
dog.
might seem a little unconventional, but it's a you family tradition. Breaking convention is in our blood. Once you start the test, just do whatever comes natural. Don't overthink it.
2017's Prey is a beautiful, thought-provoking shooter that explores themes of identity and unreliable memory. But you might have missed all that because it also gives you the ability to turn into a mug and roll around the place. If you found the time to do anything else though, you may have found yourself facing several moral quandaries as you played through the game, such as choosing whether or not to save survivors, to undertake meaningful quests for your companions, and then at the end of the game, whether to destroy the space station or to save it and its precious research.
Adrenaline and another dose of Morgan Cellite.
Ooh. Oh,
These
oh,
are-
hold on, folks. Hold on. And we're back. Let's go.
Do it.
While Prey initially seems pretty neutral in terms of your actions, that all changes in the post-credits scene where it turns out that Prey was paying much closer attention to the way you were playing than it initially appeared. The epilogue kicks off with the huge rug pull revelation that you aren't playing as Morgan Yu at all, but rather a Typhon mimic who had been implanted with Morgan Yu's memories, and that the entire game up to this point had been a simulation based on those memories.
It's
Oh.
finished. How did it do?
You are then presented with Morgan's brother, Alex Yu, and a jury of his peers, who are all deciding whether or not you passed the test that was the game you just played, which was essentially one big morality test, to see
Oh
how you
boy.
respond to certain situations and ethical dilemmas. If you acted like an unempathetic dick throughout, then they'll decide you're not the one and start the experiment over.
There's no question. At every test, every juncture, it showed little to no identification with the crew or their suffering.
What are we going to do?
We failed. This isn't the one.
Start over.
But if you helped people, were careful about which neuromods you
Oh,
installed,
boy.
and killed lots of Typhon, the court will decide that you have the capacity for empathy and allow you to live, to act as a bridge between the humans and the conquering Typhon race.
You're the bridge between our species. I need to know if you see us. I mean, really see us. Take my hand if you do.
Of course, there's always time for a last-minute heel turn.
Oh, look at that.
What? I'm unpredictable.
They kind of deserved it.
You back as soon as I can.
The northern tunnels will now be secure.
Thanks.
I mean, if I was to just suddenly wake up and see that I was nothing more than a test subject, the proper response wouldn't definitely be, yeah, I'll walk with you. I mean, who wouldn't? Come on.
I knew I could count on it.
Grim post-apocalyptic shooter series Metro imagines a world in which you spend your whole life in a subway station waiting for a train that will never arrive.
Oh,
if you're
God.
familiar with the London Underground network, imagine the Hammersmith and City line and you're on the right track. Still, the inhabitants of these metro stations are making the best of a bad situation, setting up shantytowns, bars and shops to try and eke out whatever kind of meagre existence they can, while you, playing as a ranger named Artyom, keep them safe by fighting the various radioactive monsters who stalk the subterranean tunnels around you.
Ooh. Damn.
What you might not know as you play Metro, however, is that the game is constantly keeping track of what sort of a person you are as you play, through use of something called moral points. You'd be forgiven for not knowing this because the game never actually tells you.
What you will know is that occasionally the screen flashes, accompanied by the sound of whispers or dripping water.
I must be going mad.
Unbeknownst to you, this means that you've gained a moral point, and whenever you lose a moral point, the screen darkens and an ominous sound will play. Get too many negative moral points and you're locked into the bad ending, but earn enough good moral points and you'll get the good ending. Although bear in mind, this is Metro 2033 we're talking about. It's not like any of the endings contain a dance number. What are you being judged on? It's hard to say, because the game never actually tells you, and there are no official materials on how exactly the system works.
Come on.
However, it's commonly understood that being stealthy, knocking people out instead of killing them wherever possible, turning down rewards when offered, and waiting for enemy dialogue to finish completely before you stab the speaker in the neck are all ticks in the plus column, while killing, going loud and generally acting like an evil bastard are all going to get you in trouble come the end of the game. In fact, as pointed out by commenter Mysterious Jojo, so many people didn't even realise that this secret judging was going on that the game's sequel, Metro Last Light, went with the bad ending as the canonical one because presumably that's the one the majority of people who played Metro 2033
that makes
actually
sense.
saw.
Destroy him.
Maybe if you get a perfect morality score, that's when you get the dance number ending. It's got to be worth a shot.
Raising you is no better.
Well, hold on, folks. We're going to take a small break. Be right back. And we're back. Let's finish this off. Don't stop.
Trampish and warthawks traipsed through the woods in the hopes to ruin goodness by being no good.
Tim Burton-esque survival game Don't Starve lets a lot of bad things slide, including mimes. But if there's one thing it can't abide, it's the killing of innocent creatures.
What's wrong with mimes? I honestly don't get it.
Mimes don't count. In the game, every non-hostile animal has a secret innocence level measured in numbers, and if you kill it, you'll receive a corresponding number of what the game calls naughtiness points, as a punishment for your misdeed. For example, at the top end, a butterfly will net you 6 naughtiness points if you kill it.
Damn.
Once you reach a random naughtiness level between 31 and 50, Don't Starve decides that it's had enough of your renegade butterfly killing ways, and as punishment for breaking this unwritten rule that it never told you about but was secretly judging you on anyway, it dispatches a Krampus to steal all your things.
Oh, hey look, there he is. He just went,
Yes, a
yoink.
Krampus, you know, the festive goat thing that terrorizes bad children at Christmas. Yeah, that's the one.
Yep.
When unjolly Saint Nick or your stuff turns up, he starts committing
Nick or
grand
yourself.
larceny, breaking chests to steal items, picking up items on the ground, and then, once he's got all your stuff, he'll disappear into his sack and peace out, leaving you considerably poorer and wondering why Krampus is even here when it's May, for God's sake. Man, I think I'll just stick to chopping down trees. At least they aren't going to come to life and fight back. Well, that showed me.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. Last of the list. Silent Hill Downpour.
All yours now, sugar.
You know what? You could just put the entirety of Silent Hill as a franchise. Because it seems like all of Silent Hills judge you. To some degree, at least.
Let's get this done.
Of course, it couldn't be a list about games that are secretly judging you without an entry from the Silent Hill series. A series that is judgier than Judge Judy and Judge Reinhold going on a date to see Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Ooh,
this time it's the
that's
turn
a lot
of
of
Silent
Judge.
Hill Downpour, in which you play as Murphy Pendleton, a convict whose prison transport overturns and who decides he's better off making a run for it into America's vacation paradise for psychosexual monsters, Silent Hill. There are some obvious moral choices to make in the game, such as whether or not to smash a defenseless woman to death with a cinder block at the end, when you're the boogeyman for story reasons. You can probably work out what the good option is there. But to get Silent Hill Downpour's good ending, you need to not kill the monsters you encounter as you make your way through the game.
Wait, what? That's gonna be a struggle.
Now, you might think that when you're being attacked by zombie prisoners, weeping bats, and claw-handed monster women, you're justified in smashing them with a pipe until they resemble pate.
Yeah.
Not Silent Hill Downpour, though, because the game is keeping tabs on you, and if you finish it with a negative karma score, there is no way to get the best possible ending. I use the term best possible ending loosely here, as this ending still involves someone being shivved in the neck in prison. But when the other endings include execution by lethal injection and Pyramid Head ruining a perfectly good cake, you gotta take what you can get.
Ah.
Ugh, damn it, Pyramid Head, that cake looked delicious. I'd kill you if I wasn't trying to get the best ending.
You still got half of it.
Damn, Pyramid Head. Why do you have to do it? That looked like a real nice cake and you just sliced it up. Truly, there is no monster more horrifying than this triangle-headed cake ruiner.
A real shame.
Thanks for watching this video about games that were silently judging you. I noticed that you paused it twice and went to the bathroom once, so I'm just going to make a note of those stats.
Okay, that's odd because that was actually accurate.
If someone did do that, that's going to be really cool. It's going to be like
yeah.
What?
Anyway, folks, that's where we're going to end off today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link will be in the description, and I'll see all you folks next time when we flick on. Peace out.